Hey guys, it's Eileen. Today is Tuesday, 14th of July. C'est le 14 juillet. In France, it's Revolution Day, French Revolution Day, something like that. Not really on my mind at the moment. As you can probably tell from the color on my face, I am not too happy at the moment. I have decided, or basically in real life, we have decided that we are going to have our poor old tomcat euthanized. Just now. It's going to happen tomorrow. And so that's fairly, short term. I was, the actual reason that sort of tipped me over the edge, basically, we had been talking about this, my husband and I. And as you've seen in my videos, I've been talking about how he was doing and his dementia and all that for quite a while now. The thing that sort of pushed me over to the other side is that he was sitting right outside the house, outside the sliding door here, under the cover that's over my bikes. And before that, he was in the bushes in my garden, and he's yammering the whole time because it was raining. And for some reason, I just got the memo that he doesn't really figure out that if it's uncomfortable outside, that he can come inside. I have to, recently, this week, these past 10 days or so, I have, each time he was outside yammering because he wasn't pleased because he couldn't lie in the sun or whatever it is that's on his mind, I've grabbed him after, a half an hour or so max, pulled him back in the house. I want him to be able to be outside. I've always got my doors open. There's a cat flap over there where they can always go in and out the house. My house is organized in such a manner that everybody's free to do what they like. But he doesn't really put one and one together anymore. His brain doesn't function anymore. So I'm afraid that there's just no other way. That's, for me, it shows that he's 14 years old. So what with having had cat flu all his life, we found him in Austria when he was a kitten of maybe 2 months old, maybe a bit more, very sick with the cat flu. Already at that point, he would not have survived another night because the temperatures at the mountain altitude of, 1,500 meters or so, were freezing during the nighttime, and he would not have survived another night. Instead of that, he's had 14 years where he's had a lot of joy, and so did we. I have loved this cat beyond all measure, in the sense that he's done and behaved in ways that have pushed me to look for other sides to my life in a way that's never happened to me before. Maybe he was just a very special. He is a very special cat. He's a very special animal, and I have thanked him for being in my life numerous times, especially recently. And what with the salmon oil I thought that was improving, and his rose quartz pendant that he's got back on because he's lonely. For some reason he gets into a mode where he's lonely. The rose quartz has helped him during the nighttime quite a lot, actually. But it's not really, there's no real remedy. And like I read on the internet, many cats in the wild, not just accepting even the whole cat flu situation, he would never have survived this long. And cats in the wild do not grow to live this age at all. So I've always thought of cats as you have them for a while and then they have to go, because it's just going to mean more suffering. And it's already suffering. This yammering and howling that he does, it tells me that he's not happy. No matter what I do, no matter what supplements I give him, no matter whether the house is all predictable and nice and comfortable for him. Now he's quiet. He's on the couch, under his blankets, I think, again, because he was very uncomfortable outside. But his mind is stuck on, his mind is completely stuck. I suppose that what I'm trying to say, that if that was me, I would want somebody also to, take me out from those circumstances and change things for me. He can't do it himself. So I will probably not post any videos for a little while, maybe the rest of this week, I don't know. Certainly not tomorrow and Thursday, because it's not gonna happen. I've had a couple of really rough nights, what with him yammering and all that. There was a lot of other sources of stress in the house also. Things going on that turned out to be slightly less than, it was a bit less dramatic in actual fact than in how, at first it looked. So we've worked really hard, both of us, done a lot of things, and had very little sleep in general. And I'm just telling you, my bones are shouting at me just as well. I need a week of silence and rest and sleep. This is the only way to get it. So, yeah. So I know that a lot of you guys out there care, I thank you immensely for that. I will be back, everything will sort itself out. This is not the first cat that is going to leave us in this way. I've always taken the responsibility for my animals whenever something happened to them. This cat has survived so much already. Apart from the cat flu, he's had what looks like a terrible car accident at one point where when he was in such pain, and all that eventually got sorted out, and he's given his life to me. I cannot prolong this life indefinitely, and certainly not if it's costing me my sleep. We are going to go on holiday for 2 weeks. Somebody's going to look after my cat. The other one certainly is going to come and feed her, and I don't want him to have to deal with all these problems and these complications either. I don't want my cat to have to deal with somebody weird in the house that he doesn't know other than us, I'm always here. So this is going to affect me. It's going to affect both of us. My husband cares just as much. And the best advice I always give myself and my husband whenever things are tough emotionally is to let yourself feel it, give yourself time. Those two things. And just stay with it and take your time, talk about it, and cry if you have to. And I'm a grown person. My husband's a grown person. It's not like we cannot survive this or cannot manage this loss. I think we were built to experience a lot of things, and pain is one of them. And it wouldn't hurt this much if it hadn't been such a joy as well. So those two are really complementary and really close together often. So other than that, I want to keep this a bit short at the moment. I know, thank you again for, those of you who managed to write a comment. I love to read comments. I thank you, and I've been working, I've been drawing and reading and doing all sorts of things. And I suppose it's all for the best, really. And you have to, at some point, you just have to make tough decisions, right? You just have to. And maybe Thursday or Friday I will come back out, just because then I will have slept properly and everything will be in the past again. Wheel of Fortune style, moving for another cycle. Thank you for watching and for listening to me talk always. I love you guys. You are the best. And hang in there, and I will be back soon enough. Okay? Ciao for now.